I'm joined by Gabriel, director of Four Corners, which was South Africa's submission to the 2014 Oscars. Thank you so much for joining me in studio.
Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to be here.
I want to talk about the movie itself.
Yeah.
It takes place in the Cape Flats. It touches on some very real themes. Take us through some of the themes we can expect to see when we're watching the movie.
Well, the film is a coming-of-age story. It's about a young boy named Ricardo. He's coming of age. What we looked at in the film was the structure of families, and families under attack, families that are being broken, lost families, and people who are trying to regain their families. So those are there are actually four stories inside the Four Corners. And we decided to deal with this question of families because I think it's a central question to why there are the current problems that there are in the flats.
Yeah.
And that goes, I think, way back to the times of District 6, the removal of people out of Cape Town to the flats, I think already started to break families at that point. Yeah. And various historic events have happened since then that have contributed to the breakdown of family, which has led to a rise in particularly in gangsterism, is the aspect we deal with in the film. So we deal with a father who's been released from prison, who's looking for his son, who wants to leave the number gang, which is the big prison gang, or one of the big prison gangs. And our story evolves out of that situation and what he must do to try and rebuild his family, and around the situation of the young boy who is fatherless, who's a chess prodigy, and who's torn between either the call of the family or the call of the gangs.
Now, did you shoot in the Cape Flats?
We shot the film entirely in the Cape Flats, in a lot of different areas, in Elsie's River, in Tafelsig, in Lavender Hill, in Manenberg, in Macassar, in Pumlani, various places in the flats.
And the actors, were there some actors who grew up in the Cape Flats, or did all the actors grow up there?
We did our casting with actors and non-actors. It's a big film. There's 60 speaking parts. So in order to cast that number of people, we drew from actors and non-actors in the flats. We went through a long casting process with the non-actors to find the right people, to train them to perform a bit, to let them workshop with the actors, all that side of things.
How long did that training take?
The actual rehearsal period only happened within the last week before shooting, but we did prior to that have casting sessions, callbacks, and improvisations at the callbacks and so on, which some people did well at and some people didn't. So that was how we established who the actors were and who the non-actors were amongst the non-acting group. Amongst the acting group, we cast Brendan Daniels, who's quite a famous theatre actor, and he plays the male lead role. We cast Jesse Skay, who's a young boy from Johannesburg. He plays the 13-year-old. We cast Abdurrahman Adams, who plays the cop. He's a lecturer at Stellenbosch University in drama. We cast Irshad Ali, who is a presenter on Pasela, and we found the right kind of performing genes in him. And Lindiwe Machikizo, who's the female lead, who plays in Long Walk to Freedom. So she's being seen at the moment on quite a lot of screens as Zinzi Mandela. And then a couple of other actors we brought from Joburg, and actors we found in Cape Town.
Great, so a lot of local actors.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the film itself. There's a lot of different languages in the film.
Yeah.
It was up for Best Foreign Language Film.
Yeah.
What languages can we expect to see?
I did a translation of the script with Abdurrahman Adams, who's as I mentioned, he's a lecturer and he's an authority on language and identity and so on, Muslim identity and film and other aspects he's dealing with. So we approached each of the characters with the question of first of all, what kind of Afrikaans they would speak. Would it be Kaapse Afrikaans, or would it be a more Saver Afrikaans, or would it be a Joburg style Afrikaans? Would it be Tutsi style? Then we also developed the Sabela in the film. Now Sabela is the coded language of the number gangs, and that we developed partly with Brendan Daniels. Brendan has done a play called Royland and a play called Die Generaal, which are both about his role as a number general.
Right.
And in this film he's also a number general. And we developed that in improvised sessions with the actors and the non-actors together.
Okay.
And with all the actors and non-actors.